Hey guys, happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in today. It is the end of another week, and this week, I don't know about you all, but this week brought trials. And by that, I mean trial chambers. So, this is a moment that I've been waiting for, and it's a moment that I hope that some of you all have been waiting for as well. So I do have some diamond. I'm crafting a full set of diamond gear and also gearing up with a diamond sword because I want to go in. Not going to have any enchantments, but I want to go in at least the best protected I can and best prepared to fight. So we're gearing up, and now that I've got all that, we're going to get things moving. Okay, so this is me fully equipped with diamond gear and a shield now. And then, so if you remember from my last episode, I was looking for lapis. Well, turns out here, I just so happened to stumble across something when I was digging down to the trial chamber. And I just thought it was noteworthy enough to show you guys. So I will eventually get some enchantments on my gear. I first got to get this lapis, and then obviously have to get my XP levels high enough. But, oh, the irony. And here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. Breaking the wall and seeing what's on the other side. Alright, and I am fast forwarding a little bit through this because I had nearly an hour's worth of footage this week. I obviously can't use all that, not even for YouTube. So I'm just trying to power through and give you guys as much as I can without rushing through some of the fighting that took place. So anyway, bear with me through that. I wasn't expecting to enter the trial chamber this high, so that kind of posed? What? Pardon my English there. That posed a little bit of a challenge getting to the other parts that I wanted to access. I didn't necessarily want to walk directly by the spawner here at first, but oh well, that ended up happening, and it strays. I was hoping for anything but hey, just take what you're given, deal with what you got. So thankfully I had a shield, so I was able to block most of the arrows, which is nice. Was able to tackle them, and it actually got a little difficult because some of them were spawning directly off the edge of the platform. So I did end up having to descend to go kill the rest of them. Right here's a good example. I started to go down, and then they immediately started attacking me. But hey, that's just the name of the game. Anyway, I was kind of surprised because I had played a trial chamber in my previous world just for fun, and that one had like entirely just bogged. There were no stray spawners at all. I don't even think I found a zombie spawner. I think it was just bogged in the entire structure. That's all I was able to find. So I was surprised to see strays here. So here's another room that I found. As you can see over there to the right is a, what are they called? They're not blaze. They're breeze spawner. Up on the top, I hadn't quite noticed it yet, but up on the top there's a another stray spawner. And then I found out after some more exploring that on the other side of this little island in the middle, there was a husk spawner. Certainly not my favorite, but not the worst thing I've ever encountered. So here's blaze number one, and because it bumped me up, it actually triggered the stray spawner above. So here I go getting attacked by the stray, and then I notice it falling down. Yep, there it is. And thankfully, that one got distracted. And this is where I spotted the husk, so it got chaotic here for a minute. But I will say, as far as this aspect of the game goes, even though it feels overwhelming at times, it actually is not nearly as bad as it could be. Of course, that's also if you're cautious not to spawn or not to activate every spawner all in one go. If you try to make them a little bit more staggered, I guess is the right term, that does make the experience a lot more manageable. Now, it doesn't really matter what mob you're facing. If you've got the breeze in there, that 100% is going to throw a wrench in your plans. That presents a really, really fun challenge. Highly recommend that kind of battle. Definitely strongly recommend that just for the experience. It's really cool. And it's also kind of a fun experiment because they don't do that much damage to you. And now we're back up to the original stray spawner. I'm just trying to get these guys off the top so I can collect the rewards from the spawner and just see what to do next. However, in the process of doing that, I did end up, by the way, just got a trial key, not sure if you noticed, I did activate another spawner across the way. So I tackled that one, again, too much footage to post, but going up here to get the rewards of a couple of trial keys, and that one gave me 2 wind bursts. Okay. Wind charges, excuse me. And then we're off to another one, another vault. And this one gives me I think that was a wind burst, or no, I'm not sure what it was, but it also gave me an enchanted bow, which actually works well. That'll come in handy later. But I did end up going through to a few more rooms, just seeing what other kind of loot I could find. Specifically, was on the search for the ominous bottles, because I do want to trigger an ominous trial, because I would really like to get stuff for the mace. I'd really like to get some of the armor trims, just some of the cool stuff, and if it's possible, I would like to get any diamond blocks or emerald blocks or whatever these things can sometimes give you. But anyhow, after a few chests, I still haven't found any outstanding loot aside from that one trial. No, it's not trial-omen. It's trial-omen when you drink it, but the ominous bottle, yeah. So that was really the only thing of significant note that I found in that first chest. Down here, I think I was able to find some... oh, yeah. This was the banner pattern and another wind charge. So, not bad stuff. Just some pretty decent loot, but nothing to write home about, so to speak. Now, I'm going to take just a moment here to remind you, if you guys haven't voted on the poll for what I do with my base, go to my YouTube channel, link in my TikTok profile, go to the community tab on my go to the community tab on my YouTube page. The poll is listed there. At the end of the day today, that's when voting is going to be over, and whatever results I wake up to on Saturday morning, that's what I'm going to build. So if you want to influence my decision on my base, go vote. This is the last day you can. Okay, so got some good loot from that chest. All right, guys, so for my TikTok viewers, that's all I've got for today. You can go over to my YouTube to catch more Trial Chambers stuff, including fighting more strays, more husks, and more breeze. But otherwise, I appreciate you all tuning in, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Now, for those of you sticking around on YouTube, this is where the conversation is going to get a little interesting. So, I was thinking a little bit, and I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched Game Theory, but this is my impromptu application to work for Game Theory. So, if you have heard all the talk, the potential lore about the ancient builders, they're the ones who built the ancient cities, who got to the end, built the strongholds, etc., etc. I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, so what would the lore be for a trial chamber, and what purpose would it serve? So the trial chamber is designed for battle, designed for basically what kind of amounts to practicing, right? and there are some rewards. But then, so who in Minecraft would really make use of this? This doesn't seem something necessarily that the pillagers would do or use. Secondarily, like, the villagers certainly wouldn't use it because they don't fight. So what else does that leave us with? That leaves us with the ancient builders. So what if the ancient builder society had some form of sport, like kind of a Minecraft version of like gladiators, right? Where they would be trapped in this arena battling whatever just generated, whatever was released upon them. So this could have been a structure that the ancient builders had designed for the warriors of their clan for practice or for sport, just for fun, for recreation. And I think that's actually a pretty fascinating possibility. Now, of course, that does present some other kind of lore questions, but I think that is a fun idea. I would love to hear your thoughts on that one. I do really truly think that that's a pretty fascinating thing to think about, because what else would this be for? The ancient builders, I don't think it makes sense that this would be a trap, because if it were a trap, there wouldn't be rewards built into it. But if you were rehearsing, trying to prove yourself as like the strong warrior or whatever, then it would make sense for rewards to be built into this system or this event, so to speak. So anyway, that's just some of my thoughts. Fun stuff to think about. But I actually did clear this one out, and I drank the ominous bottle and ran into some really strange problems when I did the ominous trial. The third breeze just it spawned into some other room or cavern or something. I couldn't locate it anywhere. So I wasn't able to complete that, and it didn't give me any ominous keys or anything, but we're going to come back here. We're going to do more ominous trials next week. Have a good weekend. Stay tuned. Monday will come soon. See you guys.